What is up, legends? We are back in Gran Saga. All right, so what I want to talk about today is the level 60 cap and what happens when you get the level 60. Officially, this is where the game starts. You basically didn't really do anything until you got to level 60 at this point. Um, it's not in game, but what happens is everything gets harder and convoluted to the point where it becomes really, really hard to understand what to do once you get to the level 60 cap on your characters. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is potential, and don't get caught up in this. And this is the first trap right here. Potential. What ends up happening now is that once you filled out all of this at 60, and this is for any character, to progress further beyond that, all of these are really grindy. Like it's like a complete polar opposite. It's like super easy to do all this. They give you resources to do all this and everything else like that. And you think, hey, I'm just gonna go in and start farming this. Do it a little bit at a time. I'm warning you right now, because like this first one right here, look what happens. You go to the second one. Now I need 150 of these now. And then you go after that, then you need 200 for the next one. Like it's not something that you are going to like 100 on the entry level one. Every entry level one is 100, and then after that's 150, and then the 200 after that. These are all flex goal type of things that you just do over time. And remember, this is just one character, one node. You have 3 characters that you're gonna have to do that with, not to mention your backup characters behind all of this. And you notice that you're gonna need these too, these badges of valor, which after I do this one more time, that's it. Like I'm just not gonna be able to do anything else with it after that, for the most part. But what you want to look for is all of the early ones that you don't have to deal with the badge. Basically, do all those first, all the 100s and the 150s. And you're gonna have to focus on one character. So this is where you hard focus that one character. For me, it's gonna be her, obviously, because I like her. She's in my tank DPS role. She's doing like everything at this point. Hard carrying my whole account. That's crazy. Until I decide what I want to do. Seriate is probably gonna stay for the most part until I believe Luna, the fox girl, until she comes or is available or whatever else. And I don't know who I'm actually gonna use the DPS slot. I think about Kui, but her voice irritates me. But then you have Namori, which I will already be using her in that slot, but I am not getting any of her arcs. Like I got one, and that's it. And then like I'm not getting much of her SR arcs either. So she's just having a bad day as far as my summon luck, and this is what it is when it comes to that. So that's the first trap that you need to pay attention to. You need a hard focus. Don't try to do all 3 characters. It's not gonna work. There's not enough resources for that. The game ain't gonna help you out either. All the hand holding is over at that point. So the next thing up is the armor cap and the armor farm. So essentially what happens is as you go through different points of the story, you're going to unlock different armor levels, and you need to pay attention to that. Because what's going to end up happening is first you end up at R, then R plus, then S, then the SR. No, it goes to R. The R plus, and R, the SR, and then SR plus, which is like, I don't know if I have any of them anymore. I might have just broken them out. I don't need them anymore, but let's see. Yeah, I don't probably have them anymore. But they look kind of like right there, right, this right here. Like it has that little floss over it right there. That's how they look on that side when it's the gear. I don't think I have any character that has it on. Yeah, I do. See, this is considered the SR plus right here. It has that little gloss and everything else. That's the in between before you start getting to SSR. The reason why we're talking about that is once you start to open it up and you see the boxes start to say, okay, now you can get like you are the SR plus or SSR. That's when you need to actually start farming. and you head over into Conquest. So you see like it has R and then to SSR. So now I know that I need to basically go to the highest level one and then start farming it, start paying attention, start hanging on to it. They do give you a little bit of conquest reward items to actually refresh and stuff like this, but usually, but this actually recharges pretty fast. So you want to pay attention and make sure that you just go in and actually handle it. Don't be afraid of this, and I'm going to show you an example. In most cases, you will be underpowered. I'm always underpowered most of the time with this until I catch up, and then I'm underpowered again. Don't be afraid, because what you can essentially do is, as long as you have Seriade and a heal build, you see we're just melting this down anyway. I kind of just let them chill for the most part. And I'll go back into Seriade's heal. We're going to talk about her in a second because she can carry you too. See, we're underpowered. Like, I didn't even have to do all that. I could just auto it if I wanted to. I just wanted to kind of show you in general. Even if you're underpowered, don't be afraid of those missions. Essentially, if you just play them, don't stand and stuff, and then have Seriade and a heal, in a heal spec, you literally can just like you sleep through it. So for the most part, what happens is probably like every 3 out of 10, you're gonna get the higher tier of gear. So like, you know, I do this 10 times, I'm probably gonna get maybe 2 or 3 SSR pieces. Obviously, I didn't get one right now. Did get a ring. And that leads me to the other thing on this. Pay close attention, because I've done this a few times by accident. And I even did in CN too, and then just didn't learn my damn lesson over in Global about being fast with the button. And what I mean by that is everything on the right hand side is expensive. On the right hand over here, where the arcs and the accessory gears is expensive. And what I'm talking about is expensive to actually level the damn things. Like, bro, if you want to max, let me go to somebody who real quick.
Yep.
So you see, I have not leveled this all. Let me explain to you why. Look how much that dog, that's the level 15. That's 1.3 million. That's all of my gold right now to do that. You can literally level up the entire left-hand side of your character and a little bit of the arc, and it'd be 1.3 million. Compared to this is the absolute last thing that you should be doing, because I don't know why the hell is it so expensive on this side of the character. Like, but I don't remember it being that expensive, but I do remember a couple of times that I ran over here and was like, I'm gonna level my ring, and then I did it, and then I had like, I think I had 7 million, and I went down to 2, and I was like, what the hell happened? I remember that specifically, and I was pissed off because I was like, bro, like, where did my gold go? And then I did it again later on, but I watched it this time, and I had like 10 million. I dropped to 5. I was like, bro, why is my ring so expensive? It's expensive over here. Pay close attention, dog. Just don't let it happen to you. It's a bad day when it happens. So now you got the gear farming and everything else, and the little bit of the what not to do on this side. Pay close attention to arcs, because the arcs start to scale and cost a lot on the right hand side too. But at higher levels, the lower levels like up to 50 is not that big a deal. But once you start getting up to like 50 to 80, where they start leveling up to, expensive, dog. Speaking of which, since we're on that topic, next topic, knowing when to graduate from R to SR to SSR. So essentially what happens when you summon enough, you get so much R's that you end up with max stuff. And if you auto equip, what ends up happening, the max stuff, the computer AI will put the R stuff on, and sometimes SR, but almost never the SSR. And the reason being is because they scale. So the way that it works is a max level R is like a half of a max on SR, and a baseline SSR is just a slight, like I was talking about baseline leveled up, like this SSR right here, Aisha. It's basically just a little bit weaker than a max R. So when you have a baseline SR, if it has a dupe like Aisha has right now, it's going to be stronger than whatever baseline R that you have, no matter what, unless you're going for a specific build. And that's the kind of like the way it works. A max SR is stronger than a baseline SSR, even with a dupe, but still a max SR is still going to be stronger. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, a 2-dupe SSR is going to be superior. You should just have that on, as long as it's covering a slot. Now, according to whatever you want, you can mix and match. And the problem with auto equipped is it's not going to know that. So if you auto equipped and you have a certain type of build, the game can't adjust to that. It's just going to go to whatever the power is or whatever you decide that you're going to actually have at max. Like if you limit broke it, it's not going to know. So it comes to a point when you're going to have to start doing this and start like, I know that I don't want it to do this, and I know that maybe I don't want to do that. And then if you don't care about the artifacts, then you just leave it and let it do the artifacts and stuff like that. You're going to have to start cutting those off so it doesn't mess up your build. Now, on the right-hand side is usually where you come up with the actual build. So I know that she's going to be a healer, and I have her doing a little bit of damage. So the 8 fangs is coming in a little bit clutch with that. I don't want her to actually die, and I don't want her to be resisted because she's the healer, so I got silent. And reduce damage right there again to help her not die. And then increase water type because she's a water unit. And then the assassin is just crit damage. Now, if I get a card that is gonna go for healing, I'll do that. But I only got one. I believe I only got one SSR arc card, and it's at base for healing. And obviously, if I get another one, then I'll rock it out and do that. And the same thing over here with him. He's basically all about the damage and everything else like that, helping out. And then the same thing over there. You want to pay attention to how the characters use their Gran Weapons too, because obviously whatever Gran Weapons that you have right here are, if you want him to act a certain way, if you want to be more tanky, if you want him to be more pursuit, or go after boss damage, or be like a single target or boss. Like the way that I have him right now, I basically want him to do as much damage as he can. Eventually I'm gonna take him out because I don't need 2 characters up around near the boss. That makes things harder to move them as far as controlling them. So I'm eventually just gonna take him out for a range unit. I just don't know who that's gonna be right now because he's getting better luck with his stuff than the other range units are. So I do actually have, like I said, I have Namori, but she's not getting the luck that I would like as far as SSR stuff. And I do actually have Kiwi. She actually is getting the luck and all of that, but her voice is pissing me off. So that's the reason why she's not out. As a character, I like her as a character. I just don't like her voice. She's a cute character. I just wish her voice wasn't like that. That's all that is to that. So, with that said, goes on to the next part of things, which this is a twofold thing, because this is helping you out on progression and helping you out on understanding stuff, a few things. Now, you need to know when to bail out on banners. And I have bailed out on banners right now. I'm probably not even gonna get to this 100 right now, probably not until way later. On the second half of what I'm going to explain is the reason why. Once you get to a point, what you can essentially do is start riding on the free summons. You see, like they give plenty of free summons right here, and all of that stuff is down in here. In fact, I haven't, from these banners, I haven't gotten any of this stuff from here. I got it all from the basic from the free currency that you get every day from simply playing. For the most part, I've only got 2 of her cards from this. I've gotten Tien and Ming Ming from here, and I reset it, and I'm not going to do this anymore either. For this part, it's just all this up here is it makes no point for me to do it anymore at this point. These 2 right here, when you get the free stuff, right, just ride it out. You actually get a lot of SSR stuff from this, and you know when you're actually gonna get something. We didn't get anything here. Is she's gonna do 2 different things. When it's actually an arc, she trips. Like she tripped. When it see anything, nothing. She's gonna trip and fall flat on her face on that bridge. It's funny. When it's a grand weapon, she picks the cat up and the cat touches the tree. So let's see if we get anything. Nope. Oh, that's a negative. But we did get the mica, which is okay. And for the most part, I break down all the cards now. I sell the cards for the orange shop because the orange shop be having the key points, which is going to be the next point of things I'm talking about to go in tandem with the next point. This grand jewel shop is OP, yo. For the main reason, look at all this down here. First of all, every day you should be doing this. Your golden order, your refining stones, your SR, enhancement stone, your soul stone, and your EXP potions. All of that's a part of your progression. You need that to level all this stuff, and the golden order is extremely useful. All of the monster souls are in here too. I kind of like ignore that, and if you feel the need, you have the ability to go after the grand stone selection for what you want to kind of like level up. You can get the crystal selection right here, which is kind of like that's the level that get yourself your grand weapon from 80 to 90. You need 3. So that's actually literally sitting right there in the store if you want to do that, and you see it refreshes every day, so you can come in every day. Magic stones, I believe, is the arc from 80 to 90, or maybe no, it's the gear. And then the SRAF selection, the same thing with the grand weapon SR selection. So if there's a grand weapon that you specifically want to focus on, you literally can just come in here and do it and just make it. You can just max whichever SR1 that you want at that point for 2,000. That 2,000 seems like a lot, but not really. And the reason being is over here, as you can see, this is where you can actually get them. That's why pretty much I just don't even care about the R stuff I get anymore. It's all getting reverted. Unless it's stuff that I use, which is gonna gray it out anyway if you use it, or if it's abused. So if it's grayed out, just leave it, because that means that you're probably using it somewhere or have used it somewhere. So just don't even bother with it at that point. So the other reason that you want to actually hold off on using all of your currency is because there's a few things that you can actually pick up for your currency in here. Now, I don't actually mess around with everything here, but if there is one thing or 2 things that I actually mess around with, number 1 is over here, Daily Abyss package. It's only 1,200 right now. It's actually very much worth it because it's going to give you Daily Abyss ticket. It's going to give you soul ticket, soul pieces to actually use, and 200 of gold. You can do the same thing for the conquest if you actually want to, and then run up in conquest if you want to. And that's the monsters, by the way, where you want to actually do the farm. And then the super important thing here that you probably should do every day, to be honest with you, it's going to cost you some in a day to actually do this, but it's super important because it's actually for your account. I do it one a day. I don't think I've ever done it 2, but it's really important because it's going to give you the royal order package, both the gold and the silver, and where you can actually use those, where it's going to be super important, is over here. Head over to the quest. You get the side quest. Not side quest, I'm sorry. Kingdom, which we have some stuff done already. This is where you can actually passively farm without actually doing anything, all the resources you need to level up all of your stuff in your account. Account power is something that you will always have, that the game can never take from you, even if they nerf a Gran Weapon or Arc or something out there, don't matter. This is stuff that they can't take from you. And you see right there, 616 right here, that will level up an entire SSR piece from 0 to 50. That's 616 right there with 50k on gold. That's all it really costs, and that's SSR. That's why I said the left hand side for some reason really cost efficient compared to the right. I don't know why the right is like that, but it is what it is. That's almost topical for real life. We'll move on. So this one's done. So we get EXP on our characters and EXP on our account, which is useful because that pushes the account level, which unlocks more of the account orders, which is useful, and unlocks other stuff that you get, basically just get free stuff. So you want to head back in and do it again. And then obviously, because I still have the silvers and I have the golds give you 230. The silvers give you, and you see this is all stuff that literally is free to play right now. Everything that I'm telling you is free to play. I do have the battle pass, and I ain't trying to front and don't lie about nothing. I do have the battle pass, but that has nothing to do with this. This is all free to play currency right here. So we're gonna go ahead and you know I got 37. That's because I didn't use all of yesterday because I didn't get a chance to play as much as I want to. I'm gonna buy 20 more tomorrow, and like I literally can just farm as much as I want and build my account as much as I want for free, basically, as long as I have the currency. And that's why you don't want to use all your currency on the summons, because that's RNG. This is definite. This is just absolute. This is something that you're going to always have. You're always going to get these items. You're always going to get all this. Just all of this is just stuff that you can permanently get. So we're going to head over here. We're going to use the silver first. And we're going to head back in. Accept 11. Let you go do that. Gold is complete now. Same thing again. Again, that's leveling. It's leveling your all your characters, by the way, because all the characters get EXP, even if they're not being used. Back in here again, it's leveling the account. Plus, you get a little bit of gold as well for doing it. This one's not done. Soulstone is, again, same type of thing. And you just keep it going. This one is not done. We'll leave that alone. And this is EXP, which is basically good because you just then you also have a chance to actually get the fancy mist chest, which will has a chance to it gives you other things like zone stuff, basically things that would drop in the zone and things that you can sell for gold. So we'll claim that. Retry again. And then you just let it all rock like that and then come back. Now also, if you're impatient, you can come in here like I showed you in the first video, the how to start strong video, and you can farm and dump all the stamina over and over in these stages and then head into the event shop, pick all this stuff up, which you obviously see I've been ignoring like hell. What does this one do again? I don't care about that. Same thing over here like this. This is actually useful, but I don't care. All right, then you can head down here if you want to forcefully try to do it. It's tedious to do all that, which is why I haven't for the most part. You can just use all your stuff. Once I get strong enough to farm this, I can actually beat this. I went in here, but he is an annoying ass boss. He runs all over the map. And I just was like, I'm leaving. I'll wait until I'm a little bit stronger. He's really annoying. Like he don't even hard like he kills like the AI because it's hard for me to control the AI, but me in general he can't kill me because his pattern is dash across the screen, turn around, shield swipe, dash across the screen, turn around, AoE, dash across the screen, do some nonsense. Like he never hits you. Like it's so dumb. But what happens is if you can't hit him enough, he times you out. It is an infuriating fight right now. I probably could do it if I had Namari built. If I had her stuff, because she wouldn't care. She just would shoot him everywhere. It sucks when you have a melee character doing that. But anyway, now you got all that out the way. The other thing that I will actually talk about, because I think we've actually talked about everything else right now. There is a slow grind in the game, and it's up to you to actually do it. Actually, let's talk about the bugs in the game. There's a bug with Skirmish. I know they did patch and they made it better where it doesn't crash all the time, but I'm going to explain something to you about actually doing that. Actually, no, I can't do it from here. It's the wrong one with multi. All right, so here's the problem with Skirmish. Skirmish, you can't like where we're at right now, you can't do this in a town. And I don't think they really are. They kind of fixed it, but they didn't fix it. And what I'm talking about is if I enter lobby now and hit the start and do the massive, what happens is that the game has to load you going back to the town. Then it has to load you going off to play with other people. That's too many connections at once, and that's what was causing everybody to crash out. Steam don't even work. We're not even talking about the Steam version. I play on the Epic Game Store because the only version that works properly for me right now. But this was a bug in the Epic Game Store version. If you want to do Skirmish, don't do it in a town. Find a zone, like a middle zone or somewhere like this. They're like anywhere. Like just go somewhere. Don't do it in a town, and don't do it in a high population zone. Not like in the beginning worlds and stuff like that. Do it like World 4 or 5, whatever else like this. When I did that, I never crashed anymore. But I noticed what was happening. I was like, why is this going back? And what happened right now, I'll show you an example, which will probably make me crash because I'm doing it in the damn town. I just don't feel like taking it. See, this is the problem right now. A matter of fact, go to hell, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna let it happen. Get me out of here. Like, do something like this. Like, it's still doing it now. Hell, you can even leave yourself on the world map right now if you want to, because it's still actually doing the whole team thing right now, but you just can't see it. Now the reason why this is okay, because not too many people are here right now. Not everybody's gotten to this point. See, it's still matching right now. You see, like, there's nobody actually in this zone. I got to the progression point. There's two people. I got to the progression point where you have to actually know to be this far. Which is why I said all the hand holding is over at this point. I'll go in there. I want to see if it's gonna be okay now, because I did a bunch of skirmishes earlier today and it crashed one time out of 9. Right now, my actual last one left right now is the one to go in right now. So while we're doing that, I had a question some people were asking me how my character looks the way it looks, and that's a really simple thing. Is that you literally just come in here and you pay for it with your actual currency. It doesn't cost paid currency, it costs normal currency to actually do it. You can change to any color that you want to over here, and any style. I like the style, I don't like the colors. Anyway, that's how you do that. We should be good to go, right? And we still not good to go. The last thing that we'll talk about while we're still waiting is the slow grind or burn. What you can do is if you feel that you're not going to play for an hour or two, like where I'm at right now, what I could do is I could just literally just cut this on and let the character run around, and you will get EXP and farm. Like every 4 or 5 fights, you get like an item drop and some gold, like there you go, 58 gold right there, but it doesn't happen every time. Like every 4 or 5 fights. And obviously at this level, you should be totally fine on idling this, like, and not actually having to do anything. The next one is not fine. Don't idle that, you're gonna die. Like that's not fine. And the problem with that is that normally everybody in there is idling because they don't know any better now. You can't idle that. None of us are strong enough to idle that yet. Maybe whales are. That still froze me, and I'm okay. He didn't get frozen. Yeah, I can't wait to get the fox. I think her name is Luna. This poor boss. Okay. Nah, guys, sorry, I'm out. I would do it again, even though video, but I don't have any more. As you see, Smooth, this over the weekend, it was like a nightmare, so I figured out like how to actually do it without crashing. But anyway, that's all I got. And like I said, if you are at the point where you just don't want to do anything, like, you know, even if you want to go to sleep, you can just leave the character here and the character will slowly grind up EXP. I'm obviously gonna need potions, so make sure you have good potions. 115, not enough. Because I'm actually gonna edit this video that I'm actually talking in right now, and I'm actually gonna leave the character here to do this. You also, as you can see, get achievements for killing stuff in these zones. So what I'm gonna do, the exchange. I'm actually forgetting where to get it from. Not exchange. Other. There we go. That's more than enough. Granted, I do have Seriade, stuff like that, but I'll just do that with the potions. So for the sake of, if it actually does get that low to actually change, it really shouldn't, because I have a lot of like defense on her and a little bit of dodge, so we have, you know, some okay sustain, but it'll eventually will get into Seriade, and then it'll get to Lars, and then eventually back to her. and eventually the reason why that's fine is because Sari will heal, and then that'll heal Fuchsia and guards at the same time, so the cycle just keeps going, and you just literally end up like this the entire time. But I think I might have enough sustain that won't happen with the potions, that she'll just keep, you know, doing this. But if you're going to bed, like I said, this is the idol, and you can just literally leave the character here, and the character will level. And believe it or not, it may look like it's not doing a whole lot with the with that little bit of EXP, but over time, like you see, like that 0.1 right there that actually moves. Watch it go to 79, just to let you guys know that it's not as bad as you think it is. It's like a true idol. There you go. So you just leave it there. So you go to sleep for the 8 hours and come back. I probably would be level 67 without actually having to do anything. This cost me like a little bit of gold, which I'll probably get some of the gold back right here. Like you see, there you go, another plus 59 right there. So whatever zone that you can go to, that your characters will be safe at just idling and everything. Obviously, if you can go to the highest level that you can, the more EXP you're gonna get, and the better it is overall as far as getting a gold drop back in. Yeah. So catch you guys next video. Peace and see you soon. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.